TaleBot. Create a custom bedtime story for your kid.
Mona and the Marvelous Mission to Moonbeam Village. A special bedtime story for Mona. In the quiet and quaint Moonbeam Village, where the sun always set behind the lavender mountains and the moon rose with a promise of adventure, lived a young girl named Mona. Her hair was the color of chestnuts, and her eyes sparkled with the curiosity of 1,000 galaxies. Mona, though only 6, had an imagination larger than the most expansive night sky. One peaceful evening, as the stars began their nightly dance and the village prepared for sleep, something quite out of the ordinary happened. A faint sound of thrusters broke the silence, and a brilliant light descended from the heavens. Mona, who was never one to shy away from adventure, crept out of her small, thatched-roof cottage and tiptoed towards the mysterious light. There, in the center of the village's cobblestone square, stood a gleaming spaceship, its hull reflecting the moonlight like a mirror. The hatch opened with a hiss, and out stepped a woman, confident and smiling, wearing a suit that sparkled like the stars. She introduced herself as Astronaut Mila, the chocolate ring-loving explorer whose passion was the cosmos, and whose best friend was Ben the Explorer, a renowned traveler of the world. Her greatest foe was the envious rival astronaut Jack, who always tried to outshine her achievements with less noble intentions. Mila explained that she had come to Moonbeam Village on a mission of utmost importance. She needed to gather the purest moonlight, which could only be found in this very village, to power a new, sustainable energy source for her space station. Mona listened, eyes wide, as Mila spoke of her love of science and how it propelled her to reach for the stars. Entranced by the astronaut's tales of space and her scientific pursuits, Mona asked if she could help. Mila chuckled warmly and nodded, explaining that their mission could indeed use a brave, clever girl like Mona. Together, they would need to navigate the wonders and challenges of the village at night to collect the moonlight. However, they had to be quick, for rival astronaut Jack was likely on their trail, eager to claim the moonlight's power for himself. With no time to waste, Mona and Mila set out, the astronaut entrusting Mona with a special jar that could capture and preserve the moonlight's essence. The village was different at night, with shadows that danced and whispered secrets of the dark. But Mona wasn't afraid, for her family had always taught her that together, they could face anything. And now, with Mila by her side, she felt that same strength. They ventured through Moonbeam Village, from the babbling brook that glowed with the reflection of the stars to the whispering fields of silver grain that swayed in the gentle night breeze. Each place they visited, Mona held out the jar, and with a soft glow, it captured the moonlight. Yet, as they journeyed, they felt the watchful eyes of someone lurking in the shadows.
TaleBot. Tailor-made tales for your child's dreams.
Rival astronaut Jack, with his silent spacecraft and high-tech gadgets, was indeed following them, determined to snatch the moonlight for himself. He believed that power and recognition were more important than the love of science and the betterment of others. But Mona and Mila, with their bond of friendship and shared values, were not deterred. As the night wore on, they needed to collect moonlight from the highest point in the village, the ancient lighthouse that stood atop Moonbeam Hill. It was said that the purest moonlight gathered there, where the air was clear, and the stars felt close enough to touch. The climb was steep, and the path was winding, but Mona's determination never wavered. When they finally reached the top, the view took Mona's breath away. She could see the entire village, each light in every cottage a beacon of warmth and safety, a testament to the importance of family and home. With great care, she held out the jar once more, and it filled with the shimmering light, brighter than it had ever been. Just as they were about to celebrate, rival astronaut Jack made his move, dashing out from the shadows to grab the jar from Mona's hands. But Mona was quick, and with a surprising twist, she ducked and passed the jar to Mila. United, they faced Jack, who now realized that he could not win against their teamwork. Mila, with the wisdom carried from her travels through the universe, spoke to Jack of the greater joy in sharing discoveries and working together. She told him that the true power of science was not in glory, but in improving lives and spreading love. Touched by her words, and seeing the bravery and kindness in Mona's eyes, Jack's heart softened. He realized that he had let his rivalry overshadow the joy of exploration and the wonders of the cosmos. Together, they watched as the moonlight from the jar was sent to Mila's space station, lighting it up like a beacon of hope and unity. Rival Astronaut Jack promised to become an ally, working alongside Mila and Ben the explorer for the betterment of all. Mona returned to her cottage that night with the first hints of dawn painting the sky. The adventure had been more incredible than any she could have dreamed. She hugged her family tight, knowing that their love had given her the strength to help Mila and even change Jack's heart. As Mona's eyes fluttered closed, her mother tucked her in and whispered, "You see, my dear, with family and friends by your side, there's no challenge too great, no night too dark, and no dream too far out of reach." And with that, Mona drifted into a peaceful sleep, her dreams filled with stars, adventures, and the everlasting light of Moonbeam Village, where family was the truest power of all.
Created by a kid and their parent using TaleBot, click the link in the video description to create your own story.